it's Christina Minyagi with John L. Scott Real Estate, and today I want to talk to you about 5 things I would never do as a real estate agent. First on my list is I would never steal someone else's clients. So a lot of times clients do not realize that they are working with one specific real estate agent, and they'll wander into an open house and they will fall in love with that house, and the agent who's at the open house will say, "Are you working with a real estate agent?" And they'll be like, well, I was working with this one lady. I can't remember her name though. And so rather than this, so the other agent could then jump in and be like, "Oh, well, if you don't remember their name, then they must not be doing a very good job for you as a real estate agent. Let me help you buy this house." Honestly, that is something I would never do. And if someone called me about my own listing, instead of having their agent reach out to me, I would never say, "Well, why isn't your agent reaching out to me? They must not be doing a very good job. You should work with me as your real estate agent." That is not something I would ever do, because I would not want that done to me, so I'm not going to do it to somebody else. The next thing on my list is that I would never do as a real estate agent is I will never ignore your phone calls or your text messages. Now, part of this is easy on my part because I only work with people that I truly like. So if we do a buyer consultation or a listing consultation and you and I are not hitting it off, I'm probably not going to work with you unless you're a referral. And then I might work with you, but I'm still not going to ignore your phone calls or your text messages or your emails. If you reach out to me, I'm going to get back to you if I don't answer the phone right away. Because communication when you are doing a real estate transaction is key. It is so important that your real estate agent is available to you. Now, yes, I have boundaries set. I do not make real estate phone calls or decisions after 9 o'clock at night, or even pretty much after 8 o'clock at night, because we all need downtime, we all need to rest. But I'm going to get back to you first thing in the morning, and it's probably going to be 6 a.m. when I'm getting ready to walk my dog. So, as a real estate agent, I would never ignore you. If you're not hearing from me, it's because I'm on death's bed or something terrible has happened. I'm always going to get back to you. The next thing is that I would never do as a real estate agent is I would never not follow up with you after initial consultation. So let's say you come to me as a buyer and you're like, "Well, we're not really ready to buy yet. We're thinking of buying in 6 months." I'm going to set up a monthly check-in with you just to make sure that your circumstances have not changed. And I'm also going to check in with you and say, "Hey, have you done steps 1, 2, and 3 that I recommended to you to get ready to buy your house in 6 months or 1 year?" If you call me about a listing and you say, "I'm thinking of selling my house, would you come and do a walkthrough on it?" And during the course of that walkthrough, it comes to light that you're not quite ready to sell your house, I'm not just going to say, "Let me know when you're ready." Because if I wait for you to let me know, chances are you're probably going to use another real estate agent to help you with that transaction. And I never want you to feel like you have to go looking for somebody else to help you when you really wanted to use me. So I'm going to be checking in with you. I'm not going to bug you, but I am going to check in with you once or twice a month, depending on your time frame, and really try and help you evaluate when the best time is for you to buy or sell your house. The next thing on my list, number 4, is I am never going to list your home for more than it's worth. I don't care what your neighbor's house sold for a year ago. That is not relevant to this situation. The other thing that's not relevant is what upgrades did they make on their home? What changes did they do that you have not done on your property that would increase its value? I'm never going to sell your home for more than it's worth. I'm never going to list it for more than it's worth, because really, what goals are being met there? If your house is listed higher than it should be, no one's going to come and look at it. And if your goal is honestly to sell your home, then we need to list it for the correct price. Otherwise, no one's going to look at it. Lots of people are going to look at it, and no one's going to write an offer on it. So let's list it at the correct price. Finally, the last thing on my list, I am never going to show you a house without a pre-approval letter or evidence of funds. So we can make sure that we are looking at houses that are in your price range. If you come to me and you're like, well, I want to buy a house at $500,000, but I haven't talked to a lender yet, I'm going to say, let's stop right there. Let's first talk to a lender and make sure that you're pre-approved for that price range, because there's nothing more disappointing than falling in love with the house and then realizing that you cannot afford it. Or, this happened recently, I had a client who knew what her pre-approval amount was, and she kept sending me houses that were listed for well over those price ranges. And I was like, well, we can wait, and you can continue to save and work towards buying a house at that price range, or we can work with the pre-approval amount you have right now. She decided that they wanted to work with the pre-approval amount they had currently so that they could get into a home more quickly. So once you have that pre-approval amount, I am happy to show you any house that's in that price range, but I'm never going to show you a house before then. For more advice on real estate and what to do when you're thinking of buying or selling a house, contact me, Christina Minyagi with John L. Scott Real Estate.